going on, everybody? It's Retro Handhelds 24. So I said I was gonna try to lay off Switch emulation. I lied. um, I found some nice settings for and I keep doing this on the RP Mini, but I should be really doing it on the RP Flip too. My hinge, from what I can see, has not cracked. Not yet, I guess. But that's probably because I haven't been using it. Oh, man. I fall in love with this device and I hate it so much because of having to buy it twice, basically, to get a premium product. But, despite the 6 gigs of RAM and the smaller screen size, we can still get away with more on this than we sometimes can with the RP5 or Flip. And that's because of the resolution. Dear Lord. So I got some games I want to go over here with, Eden. And then I'll do, I think, one game on the Pocket S. Just because, I don't know. I just keep coming across, some interesting things. So let's jump right into it. Okay. So, right off the bat, we're going to go straight to Eden's Vale. Now, the good thing about this screen is that you could do 4x3 for Switch games, and then on top of that, you can lower the resolution. 540 by 810p, whatever. That looks really good. And because we're lowering the resolution, and it looks really good, and we're just getting that 4x3 screen, we're giving it a boost of performance, because with the RP5 or RP Flip, probably want to do the same, if not play it at 1x, because we have the 16:9. However, we could take it a step further and lower it to 0.5. I wouldn't go to 0.25, that looks ridiculous even on here, but 0.5 is still really good because it's, almost a 4x3 screen. Or it was, I should say. But it wasn't, because they lied. Anyways, enough of that. There's just so much you could take advantage with this little setup. So, settings are settings, but let's just go to Eden's Vale. It says it right there, extended dynamic state is not going to work on 866. This is 8650. If you didn't know, Adreno 650. That's the 865. So you really don't need to turn that on. It's not going to do anything but delay games from starting. From my testing, I've turned it off and games boot faster. You could leave these on. Everything I have on, you could leave on. Keep that to low. You could turn that off too. You'll get better performance in some cases, but then lower quality and visuals. And then this is the sweet spot, it is at default uncompressed. Put it to medium quality. And if you really want to get a boost of performance, we could do BC1 low quality. RAM, again, 6 gigs. Do not go to aggressive because we don't have that kind of RAM to play around with. Keep it on conservative. It'll work just fine. Also, this version of Eden's Vale is Eden's Vale Legacy. This is the one that's made for Adreno 650s or, under the Odin or whatever, the older phones use this one. It works just fine. I did use the CPU fast time, and I did do the clock 200 megahertz, but I didn't do the ticks, and that's about it. So there's not much craziness in here. It's just really these two things still work just fine. All right, let's get to some games here. So the other day, T-Red Retro told me about Bioshock. I was impressed by how it performed. But like Red Dead Redemption, you gotta turn the accuracy level to high basically. And then, and we can probably boost that up to this. And that's it basically. So if we go to Eden's Vale, that's disabled. It's just the accuracy has to be on high or you'll get the glitch in. So we'll just load up Bioshock real quick, or attempt to. It does this sometimes. If it crashes on you, unfortunately just launch it again. I don't know why, but it's not This is still, I think, a pre-release, the most recent Eden that came out. So if it does that, don't think the game's not going to work. Just try it again. But sometimes the game won't work. Okay, let me zoom in. Hold on, checking my phone for stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, I fixed the controls. Okay, so I have a save, thank God. Look at the frame rates, baby. Now granted, I think I know why I turned down the resolution, because it might have been too much. So this is at 0.75. I'm not gonna say it works perfectly. It's kind of all over the place. But as you can see, the lighting, everything. So if we go here, this is what I didn't, and it's not to say I couldn't figure it out. It's just to say that, like, I just put games on the Pocket S and I was like, let's see what works. If you turn this to, I don't think it'll let me. Well, if this, it usually does. It's not letting me. But if this is on normal, the game is gonna glitch out. It'll still work, but it'll glitch out. Okay, clearly I have to do something. I forgot. Oh, I gotta get the thingy. Wait, what's over here? This one. Oh, there you go. But I mean, look at that. We're in the 30s, the 50s. Yeah, I gotta get this. Okay, so I'm gonna just... We'll grab this. He's gonna do the cutscene. We don't need to play much more. It just works on the Mini. The point is, the games that we're testing with the Eden Legacy emulator will work pretty well on your RP5, your Flip 2, or your Retroid Pocket Mini. In the Mini, it might work better because lowering the resolution will still look good and a tiny screen, but give us more performance. And on the 16:9, it's going to look horrible because you're going to be able to see it more. I don't really care about that, but I just wanted to show that this game works on here. Just, you need to, like T Red Retro said, just need to have the accuracy level to high. Now, it's not every game, but I did notice a lot of games do need it. I got this game working last night, but I can't remember if I set the graphics. I'm gonna set them down to here and see it's on normal. And also too, oh my god, I forgot. Here, hold on. So I didn't go over this either. This one, you know, the most latest one, gets games to work. This one, the recommended one for the RP5 and RP Flip 2, works, is still very compatible with all the games like it always has been, but this one it got one game to work. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna try that one out on Crash, and then we're going to, instead of dropping the res, we'll increase the res to see if this will work. Again, if games crash, like crash, if they crash like they did, just load them up again. But we just changed a few settings right now, mainly just the GPU driver. Before, well, when it loads, I was getting like 20 frames a second. So let's see what the other driver, see if we could get past 20 frames. That's why I was going to lower the resolution. And this is a good game, obviously, to test out because it's fairly recent for a Switch title, and we're playing it on one of the weakest devices. Okay, which one's X? This one. Alright, so here we go. Oh, look at that. We're at freaking 40 frames a second. Okay, so with the 9V2, I was getting 21. That auto works, that 25.3 auto works just fine with, do I get my double jump? Works just fine with the Flip 2, RP5, and the Mini. This is because of speed boost, don't get it twisted. So if you want to play, and that's just me sucking. If you want to play the game at 30 frames, it'll play at 30 frames at 0.75. But if you want to get more frames per second, you just turn the speed boost up. And like with this chipset and what we got going on, 400% is going to equal out to maybe 60 frames a second in best case scenario. Most cases it's going to be like this, where we're getting above 30 frames a second, but not like a consistent wherever frame rate it's at. Just, oh, that's me again, I died. But yeah, look man, that is playing so much better than it did with the 9V2, and this game is fully playable. Awesome. Alright, let's not waste too much time. Waste too much time. I was just gonna try a bunch of games on here, but I want to show off one game. Oh man, it's so crazy. Let's go here. So obviously we know this game works, but again, I didn't try it with the 25.3 revision 4, and also there is a new driver that Neo came out with for Mr. Purple. I tried it out on my Neo device, and the 25 point whatever revision 4 auto works better. 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna try this out, and again, if it crashes right now like it just did, just do it again. I don't know why it does that. So same type story, I was getting like 20 some frames a second, but still remarkable that this game works. And we'll have it on normal, and then we'll see if we can change it in game, and I'll show you what that does basically. Also, if games work on normal with no graphical issues, you do get a boost in performance, because obviously the higher you put the graphics setting, the more toll it takes, and then less frames you'll get. So yeah, there you go. Alright, that's disabled. Alright, let's try it again. Now that 25.3 point whatever revision 4 auto whatever, the latest one, it's not gonna, I don't think that's gonna work for every game, obviously, as we just seen. I'll do my best to see if we could just get it to load without it crashing. Because as you can see, it's going pretty fast already. That's close enough. We'll do 203%. It's gonna crash. Nope. Alright, if it doesn't work this time, I'm just gonna use the 9v2. Alright, since that's the case, like I said, it's not a perfect fix. I got Mr. Purple too. That one doesn't really do anything but slow things down. It sucks when you get something to work and then you try it on a game that you want to work and prove it, but you know, obviously it didn't work with that turnip driver. But a turnip driver does get games to work that do not work. Okay. So like I said, yeah, 21. Actually, I don't see any glitching. So this is another, well, we'll see. This is another, like, he's glitching out. And they've crashed. Alright, the point is, if you put this on high, you won't get any glitching. We'll try it one last time. Thank God the intro's not too long on this game. Our frames will go down slightly, but like that guy, you see how he's still there? Because the accuracy is on high. So you'll get that flickering, but then our frame rates, you know. But still, look how well this plays. It's freaking unbelievable on the Mini. And I know it's 0.75, but I mean, look how well it works. Like, fail right away. You just have to have that one setting on high, the graphics. So, awesome. Well, unfortunately, we have to use 9v2. Can't get boost of performance. That's at its peak. This game. Alright. So, I just got this to work when I was between calls right now. And that's the 25.3 Vision 4. I got the graphics 0.5. Because it worked at 0.75, but it was like 10 to 15 frames, so hopefully we could get like 20 frames max. But let's give it a shot. And of course it's going to do that. Cancel. Go back. Start it. Okay. Now, I didn't expect this game to work. I thought Eden's Veil would, you know, might get it to like load, but I didn't think I'd be able to get to the Shadow series, and I wasn't. Just like I predicted with the 9v2, I was able to get to this screen, you know, you click A and then go here. I was able to do that, I was able to do this, I was able to do that, you know, and then it would crash, not here, but it would crash here. And then I put in that other turnip driver, and sure enough, it freaking works. And look, with lowering the res, we're up to 25 frames a second, almost 30. This game's very demanding. Alright, so we're about 5 frames higher than what I was playing at 0.75. Oh, I died. Ugh. I remember, again, when this wouldn't work on the Portal, it would only work on the Evo because of that juice. And now we're playing it on a freaking Retroid Pocket Mini. Granted, it did take like 6 months. The Mini wasn't even a thing. Well, I shouldn't say that, it was a thing. I just can't get over this. I know I've played this game a million times on the channel and stuff, but it's great for testing. And on top of that, that's it's with that turnip driver that's meant for, you know, pretty much the Gen 3. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 works pretty well with the 8 Gen 2, as we've seen in the past. But I didn't think it would work so well. Oh man, oh, I'm out of boost. I didn't think it would work so well with the 865. Alright, we're gonna die, whatever. But yeah, crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Makes me want to get back into all kinds of Switch emulation, but make it challenging on a device like this. So that's as far as I've got with this device. Everything else I would just basically try right now and see if it worked, but Breath of the Wild though, here, I did play some Breath of the Wild, so we have a save. But you know what? Let's see if the turnip driver works with Breath of the Wild. I forgot what I should have looked at the settings, but I think it's 0.75. Either way, we'll look at it. Okay, yeah. But I was getting like standard like portal times, like 30 to 34 frames a second. The Evo and the Pocket S, you could get into the 40s with dips. And then I'm assuming with the Gen 3 you could get into the close to the 50-60 mark without a mod, just speed boost or pushing the speed limit to 400. Oh, it might be oh, it's working. So this is another game that turnip driver works. Like, it just kills me that I could play this game on this little device. But I don't think this turnip driver is going to be the best for this game, because we're still getting under 30. How cool is this though? Oh, I can't get over it. Like, this game is old as sin, but to play this on like a little device. Alright, let's see if there is a difference. Maybe there isn't. Let's go back here, put it on 9v2. Sorry you guys can't really see, but this is 9v2. That's the new turnip driver. And then let's go here. It's gonna crash. Don't worry about it. I think 9v2 is still the best for this game on an RP5 or Flip 2 or a Mini, but we'll see. And also this has the update that improves performance. You definitely need that to get the most out of Breath of the Wild. I haven't tried Tears of the Kingdom. Fat chance that game's gonna work any better than this game. Okay. I don't know. Might be on par. Because we're at 26. Alright. Alright. So let's stop there. Go back here. And then go to settings. We'll drop it down to here. Now I've played this game a lot of times on 0.5 on the RP5 and Flip 2. So this should be no surprise. And then we're gonna go back because I didn't really see a difference. We'll use the new turnip driver. And see, it's gonna look like a hot mess. But maybe not. Let's see if we could get a stable 30. Come on. Well, let's go. You're almost there. Oh yeah. That's looking much better. Not visually, but yeah, boy. $36. Woo, boy. That's probably the highest it's gonna get. Not bad though. So if you think like getting those optimizer mods and putting it on like a device like this, it's gonna work, it's not. You need to have the power for that mod to work, and the game is gonna run whatever frame rate it can put out versus what you set it at. But it's gonna run as if it's 30 frames a second, but it's playing at 60 frames. It'll be a smoother experience, whatever the device can put out. But you're not gonna get the increased speed. And that's what I do like about playing with this speed boost, or putting the speed limit to 400%, because I just like playing the game faster. Because even at 60 frames, the game looks smooth as hell, but it's only on the Switch 2 really that it feels a little faster. Oh, they're gonna get me. Look at that. So if we go here, we are 35, 36, 37. Not bad. We look top down. Remember how I told you guys? We're in the 40s now. Woo, look how fast he goes. And this is with the 25, so I'm gonna stick with this one. This is amazing. This is the kind of frame rates the Portal was getting. And the Pocket S. I mean, obviously at 720, but that's because the, you know, with this screen we get away with it though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can see the detail on the ground. Link doesn't look half bad. Like even the goblins over here, like they're not super pixelated. Oh, he got me. I'm just trying to like not die quickly so you guys can see what they look like. He got me. And it's gonna crash. But that is awesome. Alright. Anything else I want to show in here before I show the last game? Because it's been 30 minutes. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to test more. I'm very close to getting this game to work. And I think we can with this turnip driver. I am going to set the resolution to super low, which is 0.5 in my scenario. And we'll see if that turnip driver can get it past the loading screen. Because I'll show you in a minute. I'll get past here, right? And I'll do that loading thing. But I won't get past this screen. I need to get the update for this. Oh, nope. Yeah, this one's gonna require more tinkering. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this device right now. I just gotta mess around with more games, but like I said, once I got that working, I was like, man. And then I've seen this work before, not on here, but like just the same settings, and of course it works. Just again, graphics need to be set to high. Same thing with Bioshock, graphics need to be high. If you are using a Retroid Pocket 5 Mini or Flip 2, just, I mean, you can try to your own discretion, but in Eden's Vale, it says it right here, you know, improves performance, rendering, da da da. These extensions may increase temperature and GPU belongings to older 8650, so that's this one, or RP5 or Flip 2. Line may not react properly, and from some games, not all games, when this is enabled, it will not load or it will load slower, and it, like it says, it doesn't cooperate correctly, so you're better off just having it disabled. But you can still use this stuff. I mean, it still works. So amazing. Like, this just brings, again, more life into this device that I hate, that I love. And then the game we're gonna go over that I think is pretty cool, that I put on here. Wish I had more time. I'm thinking about doing a live stream, and then you guys can just ask me like what to do, what to test. We'll do the, you know, the good old fanboy. Gotta put that fanboy. Actually, you really, you know, from my testing with the Pocket S2, you don't really need to use a fan. You know, with a case, you're not gonna feel the heat, so it's not gonna make a huge difference. So it really, you know, you don't need to do this crazy setup. I just like doing it. It makes me feel better. But from doing 3D wildlife tests, I did notice, obviously, with a cooling fan and the fan, you get that stable performance that the Odin just puts out. So, yeah. All right, let's go here. Now I got the DLC, the update. This one works, and this is the one I was talking about. Now that we have 16:9 screen, 25.2A Neo. Tried it out. Not really. Doesn't work as well as this one. Just keep that in mind. You could try it. Try it with different games. I tried it with this game. Not so much. Hold on. We'll go over settings. So 400%. Graphics are set to high, because again, this emulator works better with high accuracy. We're doing 1x. The game is demanding. QB. Eden's Veil. I'll just put 1 for dynamic state. All the same stuff here. You can copy it or whatever. Put this to GPU instead of CPU. Fast recommended. Medium quality again to give us a little more performance. Aggressive, we got 12 gigs. I'm not going to worry about it. Fast CPU time, I did that. Plus 2000. I didn't put ticks on because I'm lazy. That's it. And we're going to see how it plays. It plays alright. Probably plays better on the Odin. Not going to lie. You get one of these devices, you don't get it for pure action performance unless you do some serious tinkering, which, as you know, I did, but I also set a custom fan speed, so now I don't have to put it in frickin'. I don't have to change the fan, it'll just automatically change when I want it to. I do have the temperature in Fahrenheit though, so you can see. That's weird. Oh yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. 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 So if you have an Odin 2 or what have you, or Portal, or Pocket S, or Evo, this game will work. You don't need to put it in max mode, however, I did get better performance with some settings that I will go over with you really quick. So I had it at 746, but I changed the GPU to 794 and I got a stable frame rate. So just keep that in mind. And I got the CPU 7 maxed out. Oop. So it doesn't necessarily need to be in max mode, but this is like a newer, more demanding game.
The scent is stronger now. It's close.
I'm digging it though. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I didn't play the first one. Obviously I know nothing about this.
There it is. This must be the temple.
But clearly I haven't gotten past this part, so we'll see what happens. Okay. So now this is more like an RPG. Like I said, it's a demanding game, so. And remember, speed limit, I always have it at 400 unless I'll tell you otherwise. And we're barely getting 30 frames. It's a spider monkey guy. Look at this guy. Gotta break his shield or something to start getting his life down. Oh, I'm supposed to do stuff. Obviously, retro handheld never pays attention. Okay, let's do that. Hold Y, throw.
Looks like Nezuko's moves are spot on too.
Ugh, my hand's cramping already. I am holding Y and R throw. And I have this mapped right here. Oh, okay. Oh, God, my hand is cramping. Ugh. Okay, attack A. Oh. Oh, I gotta do more stuff here. Okay, so X. What is it? Tilt. Got that, and then cool. Like I said, this game is very appealing, and it looks visually amazing. Alright, so what do we gotta do here? Ultimate attack. Oh, I gotta do this. I'll use my special move.
There it is. The opening thread.
Get him!
Water surface slash. How about this? That's it.
Alright, let's see how boost. Boost during surge.
I will not yield.
Uh-oh.
You're not getting away. I'll end
Okay,
you
now
here.
I just attack him.
Damn it. I'll slice you into bits. Nezuko isn't like you. She'll never side with a demon. What's going on here?
Got him, I think.
Hold it. Water breathing. Fourth form.
I gotta do more work. Oh.
Lightning time.
Ooh. Jeez. What's that in her mouth? So we started at 75 Fahrenheit. We're at 91 already. With the fan, Yikes, right? Yeah. I still love this thing. I don't care. I just have this feeling. I gotta try it on my Odin. Ooh, nice. Odin Portal or Odin Max or whatever. And I gotta see if it just plays better because, you know, it is what it is.
Got to focus on
Alright. I just wanted to show that off. This game's sick. Like it a lot. I gotta figure out to get smoother gameplay. I don't know if I need to really increase the... I don't want to increase this anymore. Like, I don't want to push this into the 800s because then we're just basically going to max mode, and that really like kills not only the battery but overheats the device, and then you will be needing to be using something like that. But either way, the stability once you go higher gets lower, so frame rates are going to drop. So even with the sweet spot that I kind of like configured, it's still like this game is a little demanding. So there is that. But this thing is a beast because you can do whatever you want on another screen and go back to it and it still plays just fine. Which is nuts. I love the Pocket S. Do I like having a fan attached to it? Well, I don't mind it because it's on the case, not on the actual device, so I could care less. But yeah. So, oh yeah, that's super cold. Still kind of warm right here. Not nearly as it used to be, but just love this thing. So stay tuned, more to come. I'm gonna keep working on this. This is just so much fun to find out what games can work here because of the emulation and those turnip drivers. Like that recent turnip driver, I couldn't believe that it worked so well with this device and got games to actually work and load, such as Sonic Shadow. That's crazy. I didn't dream in a million years I'd be playing that. And then Breath of the Wild, you saw like 40 some frames a second at 0.5 resolution, of course, but still on the mini with the small screen, you can't tell. And you're getting the best performance, especially with the ratio size. You're not gonna be able to tell the pixels and all that. And this is now like you could take Breath of the Wild on the go. Awesome. I guess stay tuned. We'll see what else I could get going. I do have some plans for some testing with God of War 2018 and Cyberpunk. That's going to be on the portal maybe later today if I don't have time tomorrow, to see what performance we could gain with the update with Winlator CMod and GameHub, to see if the improvement is there, especially with GameHub, because again, it was all RG557 when there was 2 updates. I didn't really test it out on anything else to see if there was improvement to games I already tested. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.